Okay, so I'm gonna make some chicken noodle soup, and I thought you might want to watch me make it. Maybe you don't, but I'm gonna do a little video. So what I do is I just put my chicken in here, and I use all kinds of pieces. I don't use a whole chicken. If I have one, I'll use it, but if I don't, I just use thighs normally, and I throw the skin and the bone and the whole thing in there and let that cook. So I'm gonna put in some pepper. I do a little now, I'll do a little later too. And I'm gonna do some salt. You don't have to do the salt if you don't want, but. And then I cover my chicken in chicken broth. I used to cover it in water, but the chicken broth gives it so much more flavor, so that's what I cook it in now. I might add a little bit of water if the chicken broth doesn't, give me enough juice as I like. Okay, hold on. Is it me, or are things just harder to open when you get older? I can't open anything without this little guy right here. It's a lifesaver. Okay, so this is just chicken broth, and I bought this at Aldi's, I think. I didn't buy a lot of my groceries, actually all of them at Aldi's if I can, just to save money. So I'm gonna pour this all over my chicken. Oops. And I use the whole thing. It'll just give it such good flavor. And this is a 2-pound box. Well, it's liquid, but it's in a box, and it's 2 pounds. So that's what I use for that. And then I'm gonna put in some spices. And I normally buy fresh spices, but Aldi's doesn't carry fresh spices, I don't think. So I'm gonna put in, and some people put like 1 clove. I put 3 or 4, because I don't know. I just like them. So I put a lot of cloves in whatever I cook. I'm gonna put some oregano, just because. And I just go along. I really don't follow a recipe on any of this. I like Nature Seasoning. I use it on everything we cook. Everything. It's great. And there's a couple different versions, but this is the seasoning blend of Nature's Seasoning. And I'm gonna give it a sprinkle of that. It's just got a bunch of stuff in it. Just says seasoned blend, black pepper, salt, sugar, spices, natural onion flavor, which let's talk about the onion. I don't like onions, but I put them in here. So when we get to that part, I'll talk about that. So I'm gonna put, this is thyme, and I'm not measuring any of these. I'm just shaking it all over. And I give it a good amount because you want the flavor, right? And then garlic. I like to use the squeezed minced. I don't like to smash my own. Okay, so I'm gonna give that a good squirt of garlic. And I think that's it. Now this doesn't cover it all the way. So I'm gonna come over here and give it a little water too. Because I like a lot of broth in my chicken noodle soup. Okay, because I like to have leftover chicken noodle soup. Not necessarily the chicken I don't really care about, but I like the broth and the noodles. So I have 3 chicken thighs in here and 2 leg quarters in here. And I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna let that. Don't you love a gas stove? I'm just saying. Yep, don't take my gas stove. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna let this soak. Not soak, marinate, cook, whatever it does. So I'm gonna leave that on, and I'm cooking on low for probably, I don't know, an hour, maybe, hour and a half, however long it takes to where my chicken will come off the bone. So I'm gonna stop here, and this will be one video, and then I'm gonna come back and cut all my veggies up because I don't want my video to run over, because I don't know how long you can do a video like this. So I'll be back in a minute.